with Caitlin while you're here, and you
had dinner with her last night, so yes, absolutely.
And are you gonna?
So I'm gonna play the clip for you guys one more time. Pretty much, Lisa Bluder is at the Big Ten tournament, and she's getting interviewed. I guess I don't know what reporter this is. Honestly, it sounds like somebody in the community we don't really follow that well. This is I'm not even gonna name it, but.
And are you gonna catch up with Caitlin while you're here, and you
Had dinner with her last night, so yes.
Lisa Bluder mentioned she had dinner with her last night. This photo right here has surfaced. Let me fix it for you guys because I know you guys are going to want to see Kate, CC22 in the building. Let me fix this for you guys. Boom. All right, so we have Lisa Bluder. We have Caitlin Clark. Obviously, let me get you guys right. Boom. Okay. Showing that, obviously they're still catching up. They probably talk a lot. It just shows me like Lisa Bluder is probably still a mentor to Caitlin Clark, to be honest with you. And I'm sure they have a great relationship. And I'm sure, and I'm honestly, if I'm like being completely honest, if I'm Coach Stephanie White, I would have a dinner with Coach Bluder. If they haven't already, which they probably have. I would have a dinner with Coach Bluder and try to pick her brain. You guys got to remember, and don't get mad at me when I say this. A lot of people say I only nitpick at certain players. Caitlin Clark has a different passion for basketball, like a completely different passion for basketball than like the normal person, right? Caitlin Clark has this thing where she gets very frustrated. And when I say frustrated, like the girl goes on like a real, and it's not just Caitlin Clark when I say this next thing. When you get frustrated to a certain point, you get so right here in your head that you go so many different ways. You can either go too fast because you're trying to do it right, or you get so frustrated to where your emotions just go, like they just go crazy. Caitlin Clark is one of those players where her emotions at times can get the best of her. I'm not saying her emotions are bad. I'm saying her emotions are in a positive way, but they could affect her in a bad way at times. You can't ever take that competitiveness out of Caitlin Clark or out of any player, specifically Caitlin Clark. That's who she is. I'm not ever going to ask to change her. But what I would say is this. When she has those outlashes, Lisa Bluder, she had those moments where she can pull Caitlin Clark aside. I don't know what was said. I'm never going to know. That's between Lisa Bluder and that's Caitlin Clark. That their relationship is their relationship. But I will say this. Christy Sides never had the ability to calm Caitlin Clark down how Lisa Bluder did. No, well, you could say it's a shot at Christy Sides, but at the same time, Christy Sides didn't have the time with Caitlin Clark that Lisa Bluder had. At the same time, give her the benefit of the doubt. I know a lot of you guys don't like Christy Sides. Christy Sides didn't have that ability to really get to know Caitlin Clark to where she could calm her down like Lisa Bluder did. Lisa Bluder had something special about her where she just had women's respect for her play, like her players have. She had the girls' respect. Like Lisa Bluder had the fans' respect. There's not one Iowa fan who you could be like, hey, what do you think about Lisa Bluder? And they could say something bad about Lisa. She just has that. That's who she is. She wants to upbring these women. I've watched it. She wants to, like she's almost like don't get me wrong when I say this, but when I think of Coach Prime, I think of someone who doesn't just think about sports. He's thinking about these players. He's thinking about having these players grow as individuals, as women, as grown women. And that's how I think about Prime. Like he goes through a day by day. Their practice, their film, their this is with intention to become better men. And I really feel like Caitlin Clark grew with Lisa. Lisa believed in Caitlin. And I really feel like Caitlin has a respect for Lisa. Because this is a whole year later. And look at the smile. that Caitlin Clark has next to Lisa Bluder. When's the last time you seen Caitlin Clark smile like this? Goddamn vein popping out her forehead. When is the last time you seen Caitlin Clark smile like this? And she's next to Coach Lisa. Like, Lisa probably fell into the mom role with some of these girls. Not just Caitlin, all those girls. All of them at Iowa. So my just advice would be, Coach Stephanie White, you are now the head coach. You are the coach of Caitlin Clark and the rest of the Indiana Fever. You got a special talent right here. You got a generational talent. And Coach Stephanie White knows that. And like I said, this could have already been done. Just reach out and let's have a dinner. Let's sit down, let's have a dinner. All three of us. Why not? You could bring the agents, whatever. But I think it should be personal at the beginning. Lisa, Coach Stephanie White, let's go sit down, let's have a dinner. Then Caitlin Clark on the next one, let's have a dinner. Or at whatever works. I want to understand how it is. How did you deal with such a player in Caitlin Clark? How did you go through it? And I'm not saying this is Coach Stephanie White's first rodeo. I'm not saying Coach Stephanie White is some scrub or some newcomer. Coach Stephanie White is a Hall of Famer. She's a pro. She's a big time head coach. I got mad respect for Coach Stephanie White, as do a lot of people. You know, she's been around the game for years. I'm just saying, sometimes when you have a certain chemistry with a player, that player is just like, I don't know, man. It would just be beneficial in my opinion. I really, really think that. And I really think Caitlin Clark would appreciate that. And if it doesn't happen, if it has happened, we won't know. What I would say is this. I really think that Caitlin Clark and Coach Stephanie White are going to do big things this year. I think Coach Stephanie White is going to be great. She's going to be a good mentor to Caitlin Clark as well. I could already see that in her interviews and things like that, which I really think is going to be great. And I know Coach Stephanie White and Lisa have communicated for years, because Coach Stephanie White has also broadcasted a lot of Caitlin Clark's games at Iowa. So I'm sure they've had conversations and things like that. It comes to my mind sometimes when I start thinking about things like this. And I hope they have, and I'm sure they have, and I'm sure they will eventually. It would just be great. And I'm sure they're all there now. I believe the Iowa game is at Cambridge, right? Am I tripping? Let me see. I think it's at Cambridge. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is. So who knows? But, having dinner with Caitlin, keeping that relationship is great. Like I said, I really see Lisa as a mentor to Caitlin Clark and someone who's going to be in her career for a long time. So happy to see this, man. Let me know what you guys think. I know I got on a little rant, but I just, it's passion for the game, passion for Coach, what Bluder's done with the girls at Iowa, with the talent at Iowa, just taking that team and really proving a lot of people wrong and taking. You don't have to have the best talent in the world, but you could have a structured basketball team and a young killer in Caitlin Clark and just go and dominate teams. I mean, dominate teams, and beat teams that nobody would ever think I would ever have a chance to beat. So, look, that's really all I got. Let me know what you guys think about the video. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Shout out to Coach Lisa. Shout out to CC22. And I'm out, man. Hit that like button, smash that subscribe button.